Spiny turtle. The spiny turtle is a fascinating reptile native to Southeast Asia, particularly found in Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, and southern Myanmar. This medium-sized freshwater turtle is notable for its distinctively spiny, ridged shell, which gives it both its name and a unique appearance. Unlike many turtles, its carapace is not smooth. Instead, it features small, pointed projections that may serve as camouflage among leaf litter and forest debris, helping it avoid predators. These spines are more prominent in juveniles, often soft and flexible, and gradually harden as the turtle matures. Spiny turtles are generally small to medium in size, measuring up to 20 centimeters in length. Their heads and limbs are covered with rough, scaly skin, and they possess webbed feet that aid in swimming. Despite being aquatic, they spend a significant amount of time on land, particularly in humid, forested areas near streams and ponds. They are mostly nocturnal and secretive, emerging mainly at night or during rainy weather to forage. Their diet is omnivorous, including a mix of fruits, vegetables, fungi, and small invertebrates like worms or insects. Spiny turtles are slow-moving and cautious, which, combined with their camouflaged appearance, makes them difficult to spot in the wild. Breeding is seasonal, often coinciding with the rainy season, and females lay a small clutch of eggs, which hatch after several months. Unfortunately, the spiny turtle faces threats from habitat loss due to deforestation and human development, as well as from illegal pet trade. Conservation efforts are underway in several regions, including habitat protection and captive breeding programs, to ensure this unique and charismatic species continues to survive. Its spiny, prehistoric-looking shell and secretive behavior make the spiny turtle one of the most intriguing reptiles of Southeast Asia, embodying both resilience and vulnerability in the wild. Tibetan Antelope. The Tibetan antelope is a remarkable species native to the high-altitude grasslands and steppes of the Tibetan Plateau, often reaching elevations above 4,000 meters. Known locally as the chiru, this antelope is specially adapted to one of the harshest environments on Earth, where oxygen levels are low, temperatures plummet, and vegetation is sparse. Its slender, graceful body and long legs allow it to traverse vast expanses of cold, windy plains with remarkable agility. Adult males are distinguished by their long, slightly curved ringed horns, while females are hornless, making the males particularly striking during mating displays. The chiru's thick, dense wool protects it against extreme cold. In fact, its undercoat, called chartouche, is incredibly fine and soft, historically prized in luxury textiles, though its demand has tragically fueled illegal poaching. Tibetan antelopes are herbivores, feeding mainly on grasses, sedges, and other alpine plants. They are highly social animals, forming large herds that migrate seasonally in search of food and better grazing areas. These migrations can cover hundreds of kilometers and are vital for survival in their harsh habitat. Breeding occurs in late autumn, with males competing for females through displays of strength and endurance. Females give birth to a single calf after a gestation of about 6 months, often timing birth to coincide with warmer months when food is more abundant. Despite their adaptability, Tibetan antelopes face threats from habitat loss, human disturbance, and poaching. Conservation measures, including protected areas and anti-poaching patrols, have helped stabilize some populations, though illegal hunting for chartouche remains a concern. Today, the chiru stands as a symbol of resilience, perfectly adapted to survive in one of the planet's most extreme landscapes, embodying the beauty and fragility of life at the top of the world. Thresher Shark. The Thresher Shark, belonging to the genus Alopius, is one of the most distinctive and fascinating sharks in the ocean, easily recognized by its extraordinarily long tail. In fact, its upper tail fin can be as long as its entire body, giving the shark a dramatic, almost whip-like appearance. Found in tropical and temperate oceans worldwide, thresher sharks usually inhabit open waters, but are sometimes seen near coastal areas and underwater seamounts. There are 3 main species: the common thresher, Alopius vulpinus, the big eye thresher, Alopius superciliosus, and the pelagic thresher, Alopius pelagicus. While they differ slightly in size and habitat preference, all share the same iconic tail adaptation. This tail is not just for show, it is a powerful hunting tool. Thresher sharks use it like a whip, stunning or even killing schools of fish such as sardines and mackerel before circling back to feed. This unique hunting strategy sets them apart from nearly all other shark species. Thresher sharks are generally solitary and highly mobile, often migrating long distances in search of food. They are strong swimmers and are even known to leap out of the water, a behavior called breaching. Despite their size, which can reach up to 6 meters in length, they are not considered dangerous to humans and are typically shy and elusive. Their diet mainly consists of small schooling fish and squid. Reproduction is ovoviviparous, meaning eggs hatch inside the mother's body and she gives birth to live young. Interestingly, embryos may practice intrauterine feeding, where the strongest consume unfertilized eggs for nourishment, Unfortunately, thresher sharks face significant threats from overfishing and bycatch, especially because their large fins are highly valued. Conservation efforts are ongoing in many regions, including fishing regulations and international protections. These graceful predators, with their remarkable tails and unique hunting style, remain one of the ocean's most extraordinary and specialized hunters. Helmeted hornbill. The helmeted hornbill is one of the most extraordinary and endangered birds in Southeast Asia, found in the dense tropical forests of Malaysia, Indonesia, and southern Thailand. Unlike other hornbills, it is famous for its unique casque, a large helmet-like structure on top of its bill. While most hornbill casques are hollow, the helmeted hornbill's casque is solid and dense, often referred to as hornbill ivory, making it tragically valuable and a target for illegal hunting. This large bird can reach up to 1.7 meters in length, including its long central tail feathers, which give it an elegant yet striking appearance. Males are especially recognizable by their bare red throat skin, while females have blue throat patches. Their loud, haunting calls echo through the rainforest and can be heard over long distances, often described as maniacal laughter. Helmeted hornbills primarily feed on fruit, especially figs, playing an important role in seed dispersal and forest health. They are also known to eat small animals like insects and reptiles. These birds are monogamous and form strong pair bonds. During breeding, the female seals herself inside a tree cavity, using mud, droppings, and food remains, leaving only a small slit through which the male feeds her and later the chick. This unusual nesting behavior helps protect them from predators. Despite their ecological importance, helmeted hornbills are critically endangered due to severe poaching and habitat loss. Their solid casque has made them a prime target in the illegal wildlife trade, especially for carved ornaments. Conservation efforts, including stricter law enforcement and habitat protection, are underway, but the species remains at great risk. The helmeted hornbill is a symbol of both the beauty and fragility of rainforest ecosystems. Its striking appearance, unique biology, and haunting calls make it one of the most remarkable birds in the world, yet also one of the most urgently in need of protection. Rove Beetle. Rove beetles, belonging to the family Staphylinidae, are one of the largest and most diverse groups of beetles on Earth, with over 60,000 known species worldwide. They can be found in almost every habitat, from forests and grasslands to gardens and even coastal areas. Despite their small size, typically ranging from a few millimeters to a few centimeters, Rove beetles are easily recognized by their unusual appearance. Unlike most beetles, they have very short wing covers, elytra, which leave more than half of their flexible abdomen exposed. This exposed abdomen gives Rove beetles a somewhat scorpion-like look, especially when they raise it in a defensive posture. However, they do not sting. Instead, some species can release foul-smelling chemicals to deter predators. Many are fast-moving and agile, making them effective hunters in their environment. Rove beetles are primarily carnivorous, feeding on other small insects, larvae, and mites. Because of this, they are considered beneficial insects in agriculture, helping to control pests naturally. Some species also feed on decaying organic matter, fungi, or even live in close association with ants and termites, forming complex ecological relationships. These beetles are commonly found in moist environments, such as leaf litter, under logs, or in soil, where they hunt and hide. Their flattened bodies allow them to move easily through tight spaces. Most are nocturnal and avoid light, which is why they are not often noticed despite their abundance. Reproduction varies widely among species, but generally involves laying eggs in soil or decaying material where food is readily available for larvae. The young go through complete metamorphosis, developing from larvae into pupae and then into adults. Walking stick insect. The walking stick insect, also known as a stick insect or phasmid, is a master of camouflage and one of the most fascinating examples of mimicry in the natural world. Found in tropical and subtropical regions across Asia, Australia, the Americas, and parts of Europe, these insects closely resemble twigs, branches, or leaves, allowing them to blend almost perfectly into their surroundings. Their elongated bodies, slender legs, and often brown or green coloration make them nearly invisible to predators, such as birds and reptiles. Walking stick insects vary greatly in size, with some species measuring only a few centimeters, while others, like giant stick insects, can grow over 30 centimeters long. Despite their delicate appearance, they are well adapted to their environments. Many species remain motionless during the day, swaying gently to mimic the movement of leaves in the wind, further enhancing their disguise. This behavior makes them extremely difficult to detect. These insects are herbivores, feeding primarily on leaves from a variety of plants, including oak, bramble, and eucalyptus. They use strong mandibles to chew foliage and typically feed at night to reduce the risk of being seen. When threatened, walking sticks may employ additional defenses, such as dropping to the ground, releasing a foul-smelling chemical, or even shedding a limb, a process called autotomy, which can later regenerate in younger individuals. Reproduction in walking stick insects is equally remarkable. Many species can reproduce through parthenogenesis, a process in which females produce offspring without fertilization by males. This ability allows populations to grow even when mates are scarce. Eggs are often dropped to the forest floor, where they resemble seeds, providing further protection from predators. The walking stick insect highlights the power of evolution and adaptation. Its incredible camouflage, unique behaviors, and unusual reproductive strategies make it a captivating subject for scientists and nature enthusiasts alike, demonstrating how organisms can survive and thrive through specialization in diverse ecosystems. Panda Ant. The panda ant is a striking and unusual insect despite its misleading name. It is not an ant at all, but a species of wingless wasp belonging to the family Mutilidae, commonly known as velvet ants. Native to Chile, this insect is easily recognized by its dense, fuzzy black and white coloration, which resembles that of a giant panda. This distinctive appearance serves as a warning signal to predators that the insect is dangerous. Panda ants are relatively small, typically measuring around 8 to 10 millimeters in length. Females are wingless and resemble ants, while males have wings and look more like typical wasps. One of their most notable features is their extremely powerful sting, which has earned velvet ants the nickname cow killers. While their sting is not lethal to humans, it is known to be very painful and serves as an effective defense against predators. These insects are parasitoids, meaning their larvae develop by feeding on other insects. Female panda ants lay their eggs inside the nests of ground-dwelling bees or other wasps. Once the larvae hatch, they consume the host's larvae or pupae, eventually emerging as adults. This life cycle makes them important regulators of insect populations in their ecosystems. Panda ants are typically solitary and are most active during the day. They can be found in sandy or dry habitats, where they move quickly across the ground in search of host nests. Their tough exoskeleton provides protection from attacks, and their bright coloration warns predators to stay away, a survival strategy known as aposematism. Although they may appear cute due to their panda-like markings, panda ants are best observed from a distance. Their combination of striking appearance, painful sting, and unusual life cycle makes them one of the most fascinating insects in the world. They serve as a reminder that even small creatures can possess powerful defenses and complex behaviors shaped by evolution. Yellow-eyed penguin. The yellow-eyed penguin is one of the rarest and most distinctive penguin species in the world, native to New Zealand. Known locally as hoi-ho, meaning noise shouter in Maori, this penguin is easily recognized by its pale yellow eyes and a band of yellow feathers that stretches from its eyes around the back of its head. Unlike many other penguins, it has a more slender build and a shy, solitary nature. Yellow-eyed penguins inhabit coastal forests, scrublands, and sandy shores rather than forming large, crowded colonies. They prefer secluded nesting sites hidden among dense vegetation, where they can avoid predators and human disturbance. Adults typically grow to about 65 to 75 centimeters tall and weigh between 4 and 8 kilograms. Their diet mainly consists of fish, squid, and small marine creatures, which they catch during deep, solitary dives in nearby waters. These penguins are monogamous and often return to the same nesting sites each year. Breeding pairs usually raise 1 or 2 chicks, with both parents sharing responsibilities such as incubating eggs and feeding the young. However, their reproductive success can be affected by environmental factors like food availability and weather conditions. Despite their uniqueness, yellow-eyed penguins face serious threats. Habitat loss, introduced predators such as dogs, cats, and stoats, as well as disease and climate change have all contributed to population declines. They are currently classified as endangered, making conservation efforts critically important. Programs in New Zealand focus on habitat protection, predator control, and monitoring of breeding populations. That's all for today. Thanks for watching and see you next time.